In global headlines, the former Pope Benedict the Sixteenth is very sick, as confirmed by his successor, Pope Francis, who has also sought prayers for the retired pontiff. Vatican News correspondent Salvatore Cernuzio joins us now live from Rome for the latest. Salvatore, thank you so much for joining us. What more can you tell us about the health status of the Pope Emeritus Benedict the Sixteenth?
Enrico, until now there is no alarming news that the death is imminent for the former Pope Benedict XVI, but still apprehension remains considering the age of the Pope Emeritus, 1950 years old. From Mater Ecclesiae Monastery, where Ratzinger has resided for about a decade, not much news has leaked since yesterday, but 15 minutes ago, it came an update from an official note of the Holy See Press Office. It say, I can read it, the Pope Emeritus was able to rest well last night. He is absolutely lucid and alert, and today, although his condition remains serious, his situation at the moment is stable. Pope Francis renews his invitation to pray for him and accompany him in these difficult hours.
And many Filipinos, Salvatore, are Catholics, and we are all praying for the Pope Emeritus. And he is 95 years old, Salvatore, and he became the first leader of the Catholic Church to stand down in 600 years in 2013. What were the reasons for Pope Benedict XVI to step down?
That's the question of questions. I would avoid the many sensationalist readings that have been made in recent years and go back to Benedict's own words, spoken publicly, or to his biographer, Peter Sewald. That is that it was a free choice, he says, made after much praying, realizing that he did not have the physical strength to govern the church. Seeing the many challenges faced by Francis in these years of his pontificate, it seemed clear that Ratzinger was a fair-sighted decision.
And as for Pope Francis, what is the current state of the Holy Father's health?
We, the Vaticanists who observe the Pope's daily activity, notice a great improvement regarding his health. Of course, the Pope is still in a wheelchair on long journeys, and often when Francis speaks, it seems as if his breath is shortened. But you have to look at the small details, such as the fact that the Pope is able to get out of the chair by himself now, whereas before he needed help, or the fact that he's able to walk independently without a cane. Even his face seems more relaxed. The Pope, however, is continuing his therapies, which at least according to what he himself said in a recent interview, does not include the possibility of a surgery.
All right, Pope Francis will be in the papacy now for 10 years in 2023. It will be his 10th anniversary. And although Salvatore Benedict was the first pope in 600 years to stand down, Pope Francis also made it clear in a Spanish interview this month that he as well signed a letter of resignation in 2013 in case of a health problem.
The letter is from 2013, so 10 years ago. It was an act of government that he did at the beginning of his pontificate, following the example of Paul VI. What is interesting for me is that Francis mentioned this letter only now and never before. Perhaps reading between the lines, he may want to say just the opposite, that has no immediate intention of resigning. I think it's obvious that the health issues Bergoglio refers to are related to possible cognitive problems and not physical. He always says one person govern with the head and not with the knees.
Salvatore, we would like to thank you for joining us on The Final Word, and Happy New Year to you and your family. Vatican News correspondent Salvatore Cernuzio joining us from Rome.